Hi, this is Mike Lembeck with Remax Commercial. Thanks for joining me this week with the SoCal Multifamily Sales Pulse. This week we are going over the stats for the monthly charts that of all the activity that occurred over the last month to give us a really good indication of where the market's headed and what occurred over the last month and what we kind of can expect to see. So getting started, we're going to take a look at the Orange County market. Orange County absorption rate was up to 4.52 months. Everywhere pretty much in Southern California we had increased absorption rates. Looking at these monthly charts on the days to sell average was about the same as last month, just down slightly. The number of active listings also about the same as last month, so not a lot of change there in Orange County. The number of new listings was down by about 20 listings, so there was a decrease there after increasing for about 4 or 5 months previously. The number of sales was up slightly. Most areas throughout Southern California saw a decrease in monthly sales. Orange County is up slightly, just 6 over from the last previous month, going up to 46 sales. So a little bit of a change, not much overall. As you can see, the trend overall is downward for the number of sales. The interest rate increasing have caused the buyers to pull back from the market. Okay, let's take a look at Long Beach. Long Beach absorption rate was 3.67 months. Again, also up from the previous month. The Long Beach days to sell average was down slightly, not a lot, from 45 to 38 days. The number of active listings decreased over the last couple of months, a slight decrease after an increase there for about 4 or 5 months previously. And the number of new listings is down again for the second consecutive month after a slight increase. And then the number of sales again down, and this is the fourth consecutive month of sales decreasing in Long Beach with just 28. Okay, let's take a look at the Los Angeles County area. LA County had an absorption rate also increasing now at 5.54 months. The monthly stats, the days to sell average has been dropping, so there's a lot of demand for LA County real estate, even though it has some of the strongest rent control and eviction moratorium in the state. So there's still a very strong demand. That's why you see these drop in days on market. The active listings, a slight decrease from the previous months, as there was a gradual increase, then just a slight increase last month. The number of new listings dropped down quite a bit, 120 total, or 126 total. Less listings this month than, or this month than last week. Sorry, 126 listings less this month. The number of sales is also down last month from last month. Last month there was a 434 total sales, now down to 326 total sales. Okay, taking a look at San Diego County absorption rate. This is one of the only counties in the Southern California that had a lower absorption rate than the previous month. It's right now at 4.51 months. The monthly charts, the days to sell average is still down in the 20s or just below 20, 19 days to sell, and overall there's a strong downward trend over the last roughly year to 2 years. The active listings number of is about the same as the previous month, although again slightly down. Number of new listings dropped quite a bit from the previous month, now down to 103 new listings last month. And the number of sales is down significantly and has been over the last 4 months. Down to 45, which if you look at the last 4-year history, that is the fewest sales on the chart there. over the last 4 years. So quite a big drop there for San Diego County. Looking at Riverside County, the monthly absorption rate increased to 6.47 months. That's the highest it's been in over the last about 4 or 5 years. The days to sell average is down to 35 days after a pretty significant increase last month. Now it's down to where it had been in the previous months. Looking at the active listings, the number of, they're down for the second consecutive month after an slight increase earlier this year. So there's upward and downward movement on pretty much in all areas of Southern California for listing inventory. The new listings, the number of, it's down to 37, and that's up or down, I should say, from the previous months, and is almost at one of the, or near about the 5th all-time low that we can see there in the chart. The number of sales is down quite a bit, down to just 17 total sales for July. So it's just been on a downward trend there, as you can see. San Bernardino County, the 4.6 months absorption rate, again another increase from the previous month. And the monthly charts, looking at San Bernardino County, days to sell average, you got up slightly from the previous month. It's at now 34 days. There's been a little bit of a downward trend, but now you can see it just a slight increase there. The number of active listings is down slightly after going up for a couple of months. It's been on an overall downward trend overall over the last 4 years. Number of new listings, again for the second consecutive month, is down, but still hitting about the average for number of new listings on a monthly basis. And the number of sales, 33, that's down quite a bit overall. As you can see, it in comparison to previous times, the only other time it was down this low was at the period of COVID, where then we saw 22 sales way back in 2 years ago. Okay, for this week's Pulse of the Market. Over the last month, there were fewer closed sales just about everywhere. The recent interest rate increases have created a drag on sales. Inventory hasn't really increased all that much, at least as much as expected. My guess is owners are realizing that owning multifamily is a good hedge against inflation, and although there's statewide rent control, rents will continue to increase. What to expect? I expect current market conditions to continue for the rest of the year with very little variation. With the recent positive jobs report, there are expectations that we will see another 3/4 point increase in interest rates in September to try and contain inflation. With the recent market changes and properties taking longer to sell, and with more competition for investor dollars, I expect the RE/MAX commercial auction program to become a lot more beneficial for sellers looking to compete in this market. This is a program that allows sellers to get both local and worldwide exposure of their property, maximize sale proceeds, and do so with little or no fees. Let me know if you'd like more information on this program. Don't forget to look at all the closed sales, weekly stats, and monthly charts in detail in the full report on my website, SoCalMultifamilyBroker.com. As always, feel free to give me a call or send me an email with any questions on the market. And let me know if you'd like to have me analyze your situation and property to help determine your equity position for a potential sale or 1031 exchange. I hope something good happens to you today. I'll see you next week.